Welcome. This weekend I found great comfort in the Easter story of the resurrection. Whether you observed Easter, are celebrating Passover, or just enjoying spring with your family, I hope you too are finding some positive experiences during the pandemic. Today, I'm pleased to highlight some good news for our industry. Last week, we took some time to research further into the CARES Act. And I'm happy to say there are some funding opportunities available in the bill that can be used for airport construction. $10 billion in CARES Act funding is directed towards airports. At least $500 million is available to increase the federal funding share up to 100% for grants and supplemental discretionary grants in the 2020 Airport Improvement Program. This means an airport should have incentive to proceed with construction projects as well as speed up some construction to take advantage of the 100% federal share instead of having to come up with the matching funds in this tough fiscal environment. Another $100 million is available for general aviation airports to be used for any allowable purpose, including construction. So CARES Act funding can also be used for construction projects by small airports, and they don't have to come up with the matching funds either, since the CARES Act allows for up to 100% federal share. Our local promoters will approach general aviation airports with the idea of building concrete overlays now to take advantage of this opportunity. We anticipate that this can make a significant difference in developing or accelerating some airport construction projects around the country. In addition, another $7.4 billion is available to commercial service airports, and another $2 billion is available for large, medium, and small hub and non-hub airports. While we expect most of that money will be used to service debt and maintain operations at the airports, $600 million was set aside and may be used for construction projects. We view all of this as positive news to keep airport construction moving forward. Now, last week, I met with the CEOs of the other four major construction material related associations, NAPA, NSSGA, NRMCA, and PCA. We discussed current efforts and began some new efforts to coordinate our common interests. We agreed to meet periodically, and our next discussion will be in 2 weeks. Here are some key takeaways from our discussion last week. Each association is backing advocacy initiatives aimed at keeping the construction industry as essential business. We will continue to monitor state decisions and continue to convey the importance of following CDC guidance to FHWA and FAA on behalf of the industry workers. I was able to bring up to the association leaders our concern for seeking reimbursement for contractors' costs related to implementing COVID-19 health protocols for field personnel. NAPA expressed interest in supporting our efforts, I'm pleased to say. Each association is continuing to hear from members about workers' coronavirus fears, and we are providing fact-based health guidance to help. Remember, you can find helpful information on our COVID-19 webpage for your workers. On the legislative front, we agreed to speak first and foremost with a unified voice and to closely coordinate our efforts. Now, through the Highway Materials Group, an ad hoc coalition of 11 construction materials related associations in Washington, D.C., we agreed to convey support to Congress for AASHTO's recent ask for $50 billion in relief funding for state DOTs. I'm pleased to mention that AASHTO's request also included ACPA's priority of relief for the state match requirement for the DOTs. The Highway Materials Group is already in the process of carrying this message to Congress. And of critical importance to all the associations was the role that surface transportation will play in economic recovery. A joint social media and public relations campaign encouraging infrastructure investment as part of economic and jobs recovery is being considered by all of us. We will be very mindful of the timing of lobbying for economic recovery funding. The present focus in Washington is on relief funding and relief packages, but rest assured we will be ready when the country enters the economic recovery phase of this crisis. So it remains an extremely busy and productive time for ACPA and for our staff. We are continuing to pursue our goals, leverage opportunities with our partners, and taking on the new challenges that we face. We thank you, as always, for your support. We wish you to be very well this week, stay safe, positive, and to make it a great week. Thank you.